Well, welcome everybody. We are so excited. July has been unbelievable already. I am Heidi McCartney. I'm a senior Ruby ambassador, and I sponsored Jenna, and Jenna sponsored Lori, so you can kind of get an idea maybe of where you fall in our downline. So if you're on this call, you're somewhere under me, and we are just so excited. We had 53 join this team in the first 9 days of July. That is insane and amazing. You guys are on fire. I am so excited to have you all here, and just am so grateful for all of you. We are loving these products, obviously, which is why we share, but we also love the stories. These stories are what sell our products, of the lives that are being changed with the products and also the business. And so one of the things we want to do to just start off this call is hear some of your stories so that we can really hear what Plexus has done for all of you. So I'm going to go ahead and move right into the testimonies, and Mike is up first. So Mike, take it away.
Well, I got myself unmuted here, so I got that figured out. As Heidi said, we are all somewhere under Jenna. Jenna is my wife, and she is my next upline. So I am a silver ambassador currently, and hoping to keep working from there. I started using Plexus about 3 years ago after I saw just the improvement in the way that Jenna was feeling using the product. I was significantly overweight, probably about 70 pounds overweight, and was starting to develop some high blood pressure, and was really concerned about my cholesterol, and just really concerned about where things were going. So I started the product and was taking things. I was kind of just taking it however I wanted to take it. I didn't necessarily listen to the way that it was suggested to take, and so I was just some of the stuff here and there, and was feeling pretty good, but wasn't really seeing some of the things that I wanted to see change. But within about, I think it was within 2 months, I went and got my went and had my annual physical, and my blood pressure had improved about 10 or 15 points from where it was, because I'd been checking it every day at work at the hospital. You know, my cholesterol was better than I anticipated. So I don't really know, I don't know what I could attribute the difference to that. Either way, flash forward till about 8 months ago, I really decided to start taking the product the way that I was supposed to, along with making some big dietary changes and really instituting a big heavy exercise program. And today I am, as of yesterday morning, 80 pounds lighter than I was in October, and just feel amazing. And yeah, like they said, I'm going to get off the call here after I'm done, because I got to go make it to the gym. And, just the energy to even go and do that, and to want to do that, I got off work the other night after working a 10-hour shift at 12:30 in the morning, and went and ran 4 miles at the gym just because I needed to get a workout in, and I felt good and I wanted to do it. So, excuse me. That's what's been amazing to me, honestly, is just the energy level, and how I felt like food cravings were helped to be controlled, and I just felt like my body is functioning like I'm running on high test as opposed to running on dirty old fuel. And so that's a good feeling. So yeah, that's what I had to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Sharon.
Hi. Okay. Sorry, I'm at the laundromat. That's why I was on the like I was driving mode. Now, what I wanted to tell you is about when I started with Plexus. It was in March of 2015. Before that, I've had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue since my late 20s, and I'm 45 now. And I was in so much pain, literally all the time. I was in agony, and there was nothing I could take for it that would allow me to continue to work and have a life. And so I just dealt with it. And I was tired so badly. I had reached the point where I would have trouble dragging myself out of bed, and then I would want to go back to bed. I mean, I was so miserable. It was getting really bad. I was concerned that I wasn't going to be able to work. I wasn't going to be able to do anything, and I wasn't sure what to do. I had struggled with my weight my whole life. I had done almost everything under the sun, and I would lose weight for a while, and it would come back, and it was just one thing after another. I did a low-carb diet really for a long time, and I had shrunk, but not really lost the weight that I needed to, not even close. And I was still, even after getting to where I was eating a lot of sugar and stuff, I still had the cravings, and sometimes I would binge out on sugar. And so it was a huge struggle, and I had problems with allergies and asthma, and I mean, it was just miserable. And my sister, Becky, she had started the product, and she lost weight consistently and just an amazing amount of weight in a short period of time, and her food allergies had gotten better. And I was thinking at first, I can't afford this, I really can't. But when I saw her results, I had to admit that, I mean, I really needed to try and see if it could do that for me. And literally the first day, I felt tremendously better. I was off. I had been taking 2 24-hour allergy medicines. I quit one of those right away, and within 2 weeks, I quit both of them. And I quit my asthma medicine when I had been using Triplex for about a month. And so it has been amazing. And I have been telling people that with the Triplex and the X Factor, I have gotten my life back. I have gotten my health back. But the thing is, I tried our new product, Edge. I've been using that for almost 3 weeks. And now I have my life back as I never had it before. I have more energy, better focus. I feel better than I did when I was really young. So, I mean, it is totally amazing what these products have done for me. And I honestly tell people, you really can't afford not to. You can't afford not to, because what you are spending on your health, if it's not already high, it will be down the road. And these products completely not just prevent that extreme expense, but help you to feel so much better than anything that anybody has gotten from the doctors.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Love these stories. Ashley, you are up next.
I've been taking Plexus since February of last year, and I started when I was 7 months pregnant with my son. I was really swollen, and I just was miserable, and I knew about Plexus the prior year, and I kept telling myself, oh, I'll get it. And I kept having images in my phone for that whole year, like of what to buy, how to do it, and finally I just did it. So I started taking the product, Plexus Slim, and instantly my swelling in my face and my feet went down, so I could actually wear sneakers in the wintertime when I was pregnant, which is unknown in PA. You can never be pregnant and wear sneakers in PA. So that was exciting. And then I started sleeping better after I had my son, which is really rare for me because I suffer from postpartum depression really badly. And it really affected me with my daughter, and it really didn't show up with my son, which I was really happy about. But fast forward to this year, in February, I decided to tell my doctor no more medication for my thyroid. I got off of 7 other medications before that on my own with my help of my doctor. And this was the last medication I was going to get off of. So she said, that's fine. I'll see you in a month. You'll feel like crap and we'll get you back on your medication. And I walk into her office and she's like, Ashley, your blood work is amazing. I'm going to keep you off your medication. And I'm like, great. And she's like, what are you doing? And I told her, and she's like, well, keep doing it because it's obviously working for you. And I'm so happy to announce that it's July now and I've still not taken any medication since February. And it makes me so happy because I hated the dependency. I lived with dependency my whole life with medications, from bipolar to anxiety to allergy medications to sleeping medications. I mean, a 16-year-old on sleeping medications, not okay in my book, not okay at all. So, yeah, all I do is I take my Plexus products and I drink my water and I stick to my routines, and I've been able to stay off of all my medications. And I never thought that would be possible. If your doctor is sitting there telling you you'll never get off your medications, please tell me that you will try, because it is so, so worth it. I was told my whole life, you'll never get off of your bipolar medication. You'll never get off your bipolar medication, And, I have my bad days, but other than that, not like it used to be. So keep pushing, it'll work. It definitely will. And I'm so happy that I listened to myself, and I pray to God every day that I would get off of medication, because I did not like it one bit. So
awesome. Thank you so much. Lindsay. She come in?
There we go.
There we go.
It's like, where is it again? I'm Lindsay, and I have been taking Plexus products for about 2 years and 3 months now. I jumped in as an ambassador right away so that I could get the lowest price. Didn't necessarily think that I was going to make any money with it, but it was a very pleasant surprise when those checks started to show up out of nowhere. The reason that I started in the first place is because I had 2 diagnosed autoimmune disorders, fibromyalgia, which I have been diagnosed. I got diagnosed with that 11 years ago, and psoriasis, which just popped up right after we made a cross-country move from Pennsylvania to Texas. And I thought that it was allergies. I thought it was a rash. I didn't know what it was. And finally, after suffering with it for about 2.5 months, it got bad enough that I had to go to my doctor and just let him know what was going on. And he said, "Oh, that's psoriasis." And I was like, "Well, what's psoriasis? What is this?" And the more research I did on it, the more it kept pointing back to the things that Heidi was kind of whispering in my ear about gut health and some different things that I could try. And I was a stinker at that time and super skeptical, and just said, "No, my doctor has me doing this and this and this." And I even tried to do some of the natural things with my diet and some different types of probiotics to try to do it that way. I was like, I don't need Plexus. I don't need it. I can do this on my own. So never really got better, kept getting worse. I would have little moments where it seemed like it was starting to get better, and then it would flare up again and get really bad. And for those of you who don't know what psoriasis is, it's a skin condition. It can also attack the joints. So basically your skin thinks that it's supposed to keep regenerating and keep making more skin, and it creates red flaky patches that are very itchy and painful all over. So the doctor had me on all kinds of steroid creams, light therapy, you name it. I tried it because it was so painful and uncomfortable. I just had to. And so I did that for, 6 months, a little bit more than 6 months. And finally the doctor said, "You are bad enough. You're not getting better. We need to start you on immunosuppressant therapies." And I was not okay with that. It really scared me. I knew a lot of people who had tried those before, and not one of them didn't end up with cancer. So at the time, my kiddos were, well, they're still young. They're 7 and 4 now, but they were 5 and 2 at that point. And I said, I don't, not that anybody does, but I was like, I don't have time to get cancer right now. So no, thanks. I'll try Plexus for a month and kind of see where I'm at. And that's when I jumped in and gave it a try. And I had a follow-up with my dermatologist, who I saw at least twice a month during all of this. And after 3 weeks on Plexus, he looked at me and said, "What are you doing? This is not what we've been doing. What are you doing? Because this is this isn't right. You shouldn't look this good, is what he actually said to me. If I had been smart at that time, I would have handed him my business card and said, here, Plexus, it's amazing. But actually haven't had to go back to the dermatologist since. I have not had a fibromyalgia flare since I started Plexus 2 years ago. Still flare with the psoriasis now and then, but it is nothing compared to what I was dealing with before. The energy that I have now, I talk about my life like before Plexus and now, kind of, because I feel better than I did when I was a child. I always remember having aches and pains and just discomfort in a lot of ways, and I don't have that now. And I have energy to keep up with my kids and be the mom that I always wanted to be. So it's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to hear from Jerry.
I was asked to share about finances. And so if you see my wife and I jumping around here, we got a bee on our back porch, and it's I can't seem to get rid of it. But all of you can imagine, you've heard testimonies of what money will do in changing your life. It has for us. We've been able to get out of a lot of secondary debt. Been able to upgrade to a newer truck that I really love. We've been able to buy four-wheelers, and the mountains you see in the background, Lori and I have been able to get up there in the mountains. And so, but I wanted to summarize by saying, I believe more importantly than that is a personal growth and the positive change that we've seen through this process. And there we go. My wife is manipulating our computer here.
You need to get your face on there. They want to see you.
Okay.
You have a black face. Lift it up.
And it's been the learning experience for us, and we've been able to afford a personal coach and to learn the things that we are right now that I wish someone had sat me down 10, 20 years ago. The pain of and stress of finances and shortage and just living in a spirit of poverty. I don't believe God ever intended that. And so we've turned from that, repented of that mentality, and really believe God wants to bless us, and we want to be blessed. Because if you really want to talk about the burning why, for me personally and for Lori and I, is to really be able to help people. And by having extra at the end of the month, being able to have these resources and be able to help people. I just loaned my trailer out this afternoon to somebody that needed it. And that really, that motivates us. And so I want to encourage you that 2 reasons people change, they say in summary, is pain and gain. If you really want to be honest with yourself, you wouldn't be chasing after Plexus if you didn't have pain in your health and in your wealth. And so I want to encourage you, get honest with yourself. There's a pain threshold to improve and to grow, but it's worth it. The extra pain is rewarding to see the added growth and the added health. And I've been able to put on backpacks and go up into the mountains that are behind us and do things I haven't been able to do in 10 years, drop 20 pounds. And so I just want to encourage you. It's, if you want to increase your income, you've got to increase. You've got to increase on the inside. The change has to come from you. It's not going to happen around you. It's going to happen in you. And that's the most rewarding. And it's finances, and it's beyond that. So I want to encourage you, get help, get mentors, get honest with yourself, surround yourself with people. If there comes a day where you can afford a life coach, it's well worth it. But in the meantime, just pray for and look for people that can speak into your life and help you through that pain threshold and just to grow into expansion and blessing. And that's what I wanted to say, and I hope I kept it within the 3 minute mark. So it's kind of hard for me. I'm used to 45 minutes to an hour.
That's true. Thanks for keeping it short for us. Okay, do we have Denise? Are you still here? If you are, you can unmute yourself, and we're going to hear from Denise. I don't see her.
I don't either. She was driving. She may have lost us.
Let's go on. Hey, Nicole, can you go now?
Yeah, I can go now.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I started Plexus back in February, and I actually didn't even join for myself. I thought I was healthy and drinking Diet Coke and Red Bulls daily. I actually joined for my boyfriend Carl because he had health issues, and I just knew it was something that would help him. Hearing all the testimonials, I went to a sip and see that Ashley and Crystal had held, and I had talked, it took me 6 months to get him on board, and when I did join, I decided to join as an ambassador for the business aspect. Fast forward to 2 months ago, last October, my daughter was diagnosed with precocious puberty, and she was 8 years old. Her body was 12 years old, and it was rapidly growing, and still is. Since October, I take her in once a month, and I get her a hormone injection. It's called Lupron, and it drives me insane to have to pump my 9-year. She's now 9. I have to pump her full of chemicals every month, and it has to be done on the same day every month, just like a woman's cycle. And it's just so her body will not continue to advance. It drives me crazy because I'm stopping all these hormones. Who's to say that when she gets off of these medications, her body is going to continue where it should be? So I took the ingredient list in to her endocrinologist, and they said we don't see what the problem would be at all. So I started her on our triplex combo, and she was obviously excited. I mean, I've been in love with the products for myself that I do take. I don't drink Red Bull anymore, and we don't drink Diet Coke. I mean, we love water and healthy food. But I noticed a change in her moods. Her poor body is advancing so fast that PMS is not a joke. She was 8 years old in terrible twos, and it was horrible. I mean, I couldn't go out in public with her because it was just embarrassing. And after starting the triplex, probably the first week is when I noticed that her moods were just, it wasn't one extreme to the next. She actually could slowly react to things. And this past month in June, I actually had missed her dark. Now, every time she was supposed to go for a shot, you could tell within a week that it was time. I mean, those moods were there again. And this past month, I had actually missed her appointment. And the doctor's office called to tell me that I missed the appointment. And I was like, how could I have missed this? Like, there's signs. I know that she needs this. And I always remember the appointments on top of it because it's so important. And that was the reason why I had actually put my post on Facebook about it, because I have nothing else to blame but Plexus. I have not changed anything. She hasn't changed anything. You can tell in her weight, and you can tell in her moods. And I just got the paperwork in the mail that she has to go get blood work done before her next appointment so we can see where her levels stand. And I am beyond excited to go get this blood work done. And so is she, because she absolutely hates going in once a month to have an injection.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. This is so exciting, hearing all of these stories. Do we have Denise? We might still not have her, so that's okay. If she jumps on, we'll have her plug in a little bit later then. And let's move on for now to Robin. Robin is there.
All right. Okay. So Jenna asked me to share today. I've been using Plexus since the end of 2015, And Jenna was like, what do you want to share? And I said, well, honestly, I think I should share on kind of how I built belief in the company. I'm one of those hyper skeptical people, and I thought Plexus would work for me, but I didn't want to do it because it was multi-level marketing. And I was like, nothing could possibly work from a multi-level marketing company. And then Jenna was like, well, it's working, do you want to try it? I said, okay. So I tried it, and the products worked for me. And I wish that I had done a little more belief building in the business earlier on. I mean, like right away. And I love like some of the more information you guys are going to get later in this call is awesome, because I just came in so skeptical, and like I was willing to try the product for myself, and my husband was willing to try, but I didn't want to share with anybody. And I was super scared to do that. I don't know why. I think I was worried that maybe I'd recommend something that wouldn't work, or recommend something that, they wouldn't trust me later on when I would tell them things that just, I think, normal, healthy skepticism that happens with the way that our business and our company have decided to market the products. And so some of the things I've done in the last few months, because the products were working and they were changing my life and changing my husband's, and I wanted to share, I really had to confront some of the fear of, first of all, sharing something with someone, and second of all, whether or not I really believed in the opportunity. And I kind of title myself a serial entrepreneur. I love business, and so I do a ton of business study. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is to really have a business that works is you need a good product and you need good customer service. And so I started researching all of the ingredients and medical studies on them. And so I spent a ton of time doing that and was blown away by the quality and the products that we have in our company. And we don't have a lot of them, but each of them are really magnificent ingredients. Like there's really no other words. And so as you're starting this journey with Plexus, I want you to take the time to educate yourself. So you're going to need to educate yourself on the ingredients, educate yourself on business and what it means to share a product, to have a consumable product that people will come back for, and just what that means financially for you and for the company. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was, so I actually own another small business. And one of the things, I've been running it for 2 years now, and one of the things that I run into is that the only way to grow my business, which is it's a service business, is to spend more of my time away from my home. And as soon as I make enough to where I can hire someone, it cuts back on the profit, because really business is all about getting more out of what you put into it. So if I put $100 in, I really need to make 101 to have profit coming back. And what I found with Plexus is that because of the multi-level marketing and because of the compensation plan, what I invest comes back and it's multiplied every time. So this other business I have, which I've had for 2 years, I don't always get back more than I put in. Definitely not in time, and even financially, it kind of breaks even. And this is, there's a lot of potential for growth in my business, but that growth will only come if I'm putting in 2 or 3 amounts more in time and money. So it's something that was really fascinating to me as I started studying the compensation plan. So not only are you going to research your ingredients and research the medical studies on them, but I would say get to know the compensation plan, because the opportunity that you have invested in is truly remarkable. And I actually am so convicted sometimes when I realize I haven't been running my business because the profit level is so high and truly unlimited. And then the other thing I wanted to share was that whenever I look into businesses and I look into opportunities, one of the things that I've come to really treasure as the older I get is just the opportunity for growth and personal growth. And Jerry touched on that. And one of the things that I've loved about Plexus is you kind of have built-in mentors. You have people who have walked this walk before, who have confronted their own fears, and there's a level of self-awareness that you really get to become involved in a really positive environment. And so that's just some thoughts on the opportunity. I wouldn't wait to share, because you have friends and you have family that will want to be part of what you're doing. And it's way more fun with friends. I'm so sad that I waited. I think I waited 3 months before I shared. And then I had a ton of people sign up, and I was like, oh, I could have done that right in the beginning and shared those beginning journeys with them. So don't wait. And, you know, if you have any kind of skepticism with multi-level marketing, I really encourage you to just educate yourself, research the company. There's so many YouTube videos from leaders in the company. Truly, you will not be disappointed. All right, that's it.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have Denise? I don't think so. So Jenna, you're up.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Jenna Michaud. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus. Heidi shared with me about 3 years ago. So I've been with the company for long enough to know that they are growing rapidly, that they are making incredible steps and strides to be a quality, customer-based company that just has integrity. They have recently added so many people to their team that are just blowing us all away. I think those of us who just got back from convention were just amazed at the quality of what they're putting out. And I say that only to say that, you know, Robin touched a little bit about what I wanted to share with my story, but our belief in the company was just completely bolstered this past June when we were at convention, and just encouraged to know that we have some incredible products that are changing lives. Quality of health is something that is a major issue in our society, and watching it make a difference in the lives of people you care about, there is no greater reward. There is not a dollar figure that I could put to that would replace how incredible it is to know that something that I shared with somebody has allowed them to go from laying in bed the majority of their days to being up and around and playing with their kids. These products are incredible. For us personally, I know my husband shared a little bit at the beginning. He is the physician assistant, and you know, Robin touched a little bit on the medical studies, and I made him pull all of those up for the individual ingredients, because I didn't want to ever share anything that was going to be harmful to somebody. So when I began to see that the medical studies backed up what the products were claiming, I was just blown away. That's the reasons that we are so passionate about allowing you all to hear these stories, is because these are people just like you and me. These are people whose lives are changed and transformed because they tried everything else, and then they decided to take a chance with Plexus and these supplements. So as you're beginning your journey, here are a couple things that I want to encourage you with. I waited 6 weeks. I did all the research. I listened to all the testimonies. I waited a long time before I shared, because I wanted to know that I could back up what I was saying. But here's what I want to encourage you with. You have this incredible opportunity to have some money coming back to you to help you get started. And you have the opportunity to invite your friends along with you on this journey. Things that I wish I had done was just started a post and said, you know, I found these plant-based products, they're non-GMO, and I'm going to see what they do. I've been hearing all these stories about what they've done for others and their health, and who wants to do it with me? You know, it doesn't need to be some salesy ad. People want genuine, so be genuine. Encourage people to join you in the journey, and then they can choose whether or not they're interested. If they want more information and you're afraid that you don't have the answers, that's what we're here for. We're here as your upline to support you. We're here to be in three-way chats. So don't be intimidated by that. I just want to encourage you that each one of us, Heidi, myself, Lori, Aaron, you know, whoever your upline is, we are here to support you in this journey and hopefully help you, you know, succeed not only with the products, but with the business if you're interested in doing that. So I'm going to turn it over to Heidi, and she's going to go over some other awesome tips with you. So thank you.
Awesome. So yeah, as you are sharing with your friends and starting to say, do you want to join me in this? A great question that you can ask them is, would you rather have the 60-day money-back guarantee or the lowest price? Because as ambassadors with the wholesale price, which is what all of us are on here, we do not get the 60-day money-back guarantee like customers do. But a lot of times people really don't care about that anyway. They just want the cheapest price. So it's a great question and a great way to kind of find out, well, do you just want the cheapest price? And then you have the option too of sharing and making some money in the meantime, or is the 60-day money-back guarantee more important to you? And then you'll know, okay, should they be a customer or should we sign them up as an ambassador? Now, those of you who signed up during the flash sale, you have the chance to get $60 back from your upline, which is huge. It's a really amazing deal. On top of the $19.99 sign-up fee, it's pretty sweet deal here in July. So as you're asking this question, would you rather have the 60-day money-back guarantee or the cheapest price? You may sponsor some people who become ambassadors under you, but this is also a great way with that 60-day money-back guarantee to get your 100 PV over that welcome pack, because part of what you have to do to get that $60 back to be eligible, you've got to be on this call, and you're also going to need 100 PV over your welcome pack. And so, offering that 60-day money-back guarantee, letting people know that that's there. If they're not happy with their products, they get their money back. But it will help you to be able to make some money, but also have a chance to be eligible to get that $60 back by having 100 PV over your welcome pack this month. I also just want to address the welcome pack, because we've had a lot of people join. I said earlier 53, and I think I counted, and I don't remember because I counted yesterday or the day before how many bought a welcome pack, but it wasn't very many. If you want to be able to be eligible for that $60 back, part of what you have to do is purchase a welcome pack. And what's amazing about the welcome packs is you are getting your products actually lower than wholesale cost. You will never be able to get them this cheap again. You do have 60 days from when you've joined to purchase a welcome pack if you didn't do it when you signed up. But that is one of the requirements, and it's the cheapest way to get your products, even better than wholesale. So just a little plug that for those of you maybe who didn't understand that, or maybe you were waiting for payday, you did the $20 and that's fine, but we really want to encourage you, get a welcome pack. It's the best way to get yourself started on the products so that you can be a product of the product. I'm going to turn it over now to Lori.
You muted me.
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay, very good. Okay, well, hey, I just want to talk about you're getting your business going right away. Back when we started, it was Heidi, it was me, and then it was Jenna. I'll be 3 years come August for myself when I started my business. We had no idea what we were doing. We didn't even know there were amazing books on network marketing. We did not know that. My husband, now he's trying to help me get light on my face so that you can see me. Anyway, we didn't know that we didn't really have a bunch of YouTube training videos and things like that. There are so many tools now. And so we hate to see anybody having any kind of a financial hardship in getting these products paid for, because the Plexus compensation plan is like nothing else. Since joining Plexus, I've looked at compensation plans now that I get the whole network marketing thing, and I'm telling you, I have not seen anything like this. The truth is, if you get about 3 customers, you will have your own products paid for. So what we want to encourage you to do, not only get customers, but right away get a team going, because honestly, the residual income has been mind-boggling, just crazy. My husband told you a little bit about it. I mean, to think, when you start making enough to go, wow, I could buy one of those really expensive pickup trucks for my husband with how much money I had made this year. It's just quite incredible. And so what we want to encourage you to do is to try to go silver, which means you have 3 people join your team in 72 hours. Here's what we would like to suggest how you do that. First of all, right when you get off this call, just start writing down the people that you know. Look through your phone, look through your friends list on Facebook, look through your address book, start thinking of people that are in your neighborhood, people that go to church with you, people that are friends of your friends, people you have connections like that, and you will start to be amazed at how many people you know. And if you'll just start writing down some of those names, maybe you're going to write 25 names. You're going to get to the point where you've written 100 names. But as you write those names, some of those people will stand out and you'll go, oh, I wish they would join me in this business. Those are going to be the people that have a lot of influence, people in your life that have a lot of credibility, people in your life that are well respected and have a lot of friends. Those are the kind of people that, with their connections that I know you're going to go, oh, I'd love to have them on my Plexus team. And you know what? Those are also the people that sometimes they seem scary because you think, well, what will I ask? What will I say? That is what, like Jenna was talking about. We are here to help you. We will get on a 3-way phone call with you to help answer questions, or you can open up 3-way chats in Facebook. But I promise you, we want to help you get to silver in 72 hours and just start sharing with other people about this amazing business opportunity. And, even as far as like the products and things, we didn't talk a lot tonight about the products. One of the things that we realize now is, you don't have to know a ton of things about the products. I do think it's important that everybody knows that, they're all individualized, especially the BioCleanse. So we won't go into all the, but BioCleanse, some people take 1 tablet a couple times a week, 1 tablet a day, or I should say capsule. Some people take all 4 every single day. But the thing is, we have people on YouTube, like you can just put in AIMEE Darling. She is a nutritionist who's also a Plexus ambassador, and she has a ton of videos on YouTube. And you know how with YouTube it goes, you can go from one to another to another. There are all kinds of training videos that we've put on the team pages. You start there and you can get so much free training. We didn't have those tools when we started out, and yet here we are. If we can do this, anybody can do this. Before I started Plexus, my sales experience had been standing in fireworks stands, helping some kids with fundraisers, and people just mob it. You don't have to have any real skills. And then I helped kids with bake sales. And yet here I am starting this incredible business. And so if we can do it, trust me, anybody can do it. And we have got a wasp attack happening here. Did you see him get right in the screen there? Okay. Now what was I forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, dadgum. Okay. Hey, you know what? I think I'm done. That's it.
Shoot. Awesome. Thanks, Lori. Hopefully you will be protected.
Yes.
Good. Well, I think that's everything. I think Jenna's going to just close things out for us.
Yes, didn't hop on. I didn't see her name, but I wanted to give her an opportunity.
I didn't see her. I just looked.
Oh. All right. Well, we are so excited that you have joined us on this journey, and I cannot wait to get to know each of you and hear your stories and hear how the products are making a difference in your lives. We hope that you're just as excited as we are. Please feel free anytime to reach out to any of us. We have been at this for a while, whether uplines or maybe one of your uplines, well, we are but direct. We're happy to help any that we can, and that's happy to help succeed products, happy to help with your potentials, potential customers, and even just educate you on how the company works and all of that. Don't feel overwhelmed. I think that the biggest thing that we wanted for this call was just to.
Did we lose her? I know her connection was bad. I'll just jump in here now and just say, yeah, we wanted to keep things very simple tonight because ultimately the business doesn't have to be overly complicated, and we just wanted to take a chance to kind of build belief. Look like Jenna got back on now, so I'll let her talk here too. But to just kind of sharing these stories, it just is amazing. And I just want to say real fast, since I am on here. I love hearing your stories. It is just, and some of these I've heard before, but every time I get so incredibly excited and even just felt a little bit emotional watching you guys, because just thinking, if Elizabeth James hadn't shared Plexus with me, none of the rest of us might even be here doing this. And it's just really awesome to see how we come together and just see what Plexus is doing all of your life. So thank you for sharing your stories, because that just gets me super excited. So, okay, Jenna, if you're there, you can finish it.
Agreed. Yes, I apologize. I'm in Alaska, who don't know, and my reception apparently is not very good right now. So, I mean, you finished it up well, Heidi. You know, we keep it simple for you, so please don't feel overwhelmed as you're getting started. Don't feel overwhelmed with the information. You will learn in time, and we're happy to help. So you have an incredible night, and welcome to Plexus.
Bye.
Bye.